We'll get this call recorded and we are off. But happy hump day, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Good afternoon to those in the Midwest, I guess, and good morning to everyone here in Hawaii. It's only 9 o'clock here, so day's just starting, but glad and happy to see everyone's smiling faces. Also glad to see everyone's name joining on these calls. Um, After some consulting by our TAs, wink wink initials TA, and some of our leaders, we're going to be adjusting some of our corporate calls on a weekly basis to follow the same formats. So everyone, like our Tuesday weekly calls, can expect what is going to be coming. And so to start off on our first Wednesdays of every month, as Diane pointed out, we are going to make sure we remind everyone on our promotions that we're going to be running for the month. So there's no confusion on what we're going to be doing, as well as if anyone has any questions, you are welcome to ask them. So then you can make sure you have that information you can relate to your teams throughout the month. And then that should get you off and running. And then on top of that, we then would want to add a little section or segue into one of our either compensation plan or tools that you as distributors can use and follow. So today we're going to have Ryan Thompson, our president of ACTIVZ, share a tad bit on one of our tools that is very, very useful, but simple in having you be successful as the distributor. So with that being said, I will kick it off or turn the time over to Angie, who will be telling us what we're going to be doing for this month of August.
All right, thank you, Stu. Before we jump into August, I want to congratulate a few people. So we had our rank advancement that we just got a report out today, and we've had a few new rank advancements, and I'm super excited. So I want to recognize Matthew Felton, who just got to A4. He just joined in the month of July, and he hit A4. Woohoo! We had Colleen Durfee, she's been with us for a little bit, I think since like February. She just hit A5. Colleen is one of the hardest working distributors. She's never given up. Oh, you know what? She's just joining. So I'm gonna wait and let her join, and then we're gonna congratulate her.
Yeah, she's just joining in right now. Great.
We had, and Hunter's sitting over here like clapping for all you guys. So we had Diane Young. Diane hit A6, I believe, or did you get A6? Diane Young. So Diane just joined in the month of July, and she hit A6. Super excited for her. Claudia Valdez, her third business center, this is really cool. If you guys don't know about this, her third business center got to A8 for the month of July, which is absolutely fantastic. So if you guys don't know about business centers, as you rank advance, when you hit A6, you get a second business center that you can build, and you can rank advance, you can earn bonuses. It's kind of like double dipping in the comp plan. I hate to say that, but it kind of is like double dipping in the comp plan. So A6, you get your second business center, A8, you get your third business center, and A10, you get your fourth business center. So Claudia has been, I don't want to say taking advantage, but she's been taking advantage of her business centers and rank advancing and growing them, and double dipping in the comp plan. So she got her third business center to A8, but I just want to congratulate all of our rank advancements and the people that are on this call. So congratulations to Colleen, congratulations to Matthew, Diane, Claudia on your third business center. Great job for the month of July. We've had a lot of other rank advancements. So there's other people that were rank advancing. I'm just focusing on A4 and above for this call, but we really want to get into recognizing the people that have been working hard and rank advancing. So congratulations to you all. At our event in July, we had announced our incentive trip, and I just want to make sure that that we continue to talk about the incentive trip, and that you guys know how you can qualify for the incentive trip. So we announced we're going to Costa Rica April 19th through the 23rd of 2022. This is going to be an incredible trip. It's at the Riu Palace in Costa Rica. It's a absolutely phenomenal resort. And the incentive trip includes airfare for you and a guest. It includes your transportation from the airport to the resort, and the resort is an all-inclusive resort. So everything is taken care of. Once you get to Costa Rica, we take care of you, we pamper you, and we want everyone to qualify for this trip. So this is going to be something that I talk about on a regular basis. And I just want to make sure that everyone knows how they can qualify. So there are 3 things that you can do to qualify. The most important thing for you to do is to make sure you get to 150 points. And there, I'll go over how you can get the points, but you need to maintain a minimum volume of 100 PV, be paid at least within 1 rank of your highest paid rank from October through March, and then earn 150 points. So to earn points, you can earn points by enrollments. You can earn points by reorders of your personal enrollments. And you guys can see my screen, right? I'm not just sharing like a funny spreadsheet. Okay. And then you can do rank advancements of your personal enrollments. And then your own personal rank advancement qualifies as well. And with like Claudia, her BC is going to count towards points because she's been rank advancing her BCs as well. So it's absolutely fantastic. We're super excited about this trip. A change that we made recently from the event is we have not capped the points for the rank advancement of your personal enrollments. So this is going to be a great way for you guys to focus on qualifying to go to Costa Rica with us in April of 2022. So that was the first announcement. For the month of August, what we are doing is we are going to extend our fitness kit. We had a lot of success with the fitness kit in the month of July. So we want to extend it to the month of August. So it's a great deal. This is a great time and a great package for you to focus on with getting Aero and focusing on like the benefits that our products have when it comes to fitness. So we have 2 Aero, 2 Optimend, 1 Link, and 3 free genomics in this pack. It's for $250. It's an amazing deal. This is only for distributors, but we are super excited to be extending this pack for the month of August. You guys probably noticed that the tape measure is no longer included. So the tape measure is not included for the month of August, but we will be getting more tape measures in that you could purchase separately. But this is a great pack. So it'll be available in your back office that you can purchase. They will be available for reorders or also for new enrollments. So that is the first announcement. And then the second item is we are going to focus on the new bonuses that we launched. So the 3 new bonuses that we launched are the activation bonus, the duplication bonus, and the reorder bonus. And for the month of August, if you enrolled in July, you can still qualify for the activation bonus. So if you enrolled in July, you have the entire month of August to enroll 3 new distributors, and you'll get that additional $80. We launched this at the event where any enrollment from July 24th forward, you get the activation bonus of enrolling 3 distributors and getting the $30. So those are the announcements that we have for August. And if you guys have not, become familiar with the 3 new bonuses, I suggest that you find the documentation, you read up on it, and become familiar with the bonuses that we just launched. It's the activation bonus, the duplication bonus, and the reorder bonus. These are 3 critical things that you should focus on in helping building your business. So those are the announcements that I have for August. And Stu, I'm going to turn the time back over to you.
Great. Thank you so much, Angie, in explaining the new promotion or the promotion that we have for August. And I just want to reiterate a couple of things. Claudia, congratulations on your business center getting to an A8, but let's put that in perspective. That's just another franchise, if we think about it, that you're getting for free. And if you try to buy franchises, as you all know, like a McDonald's or something else, you have to pay a franchise fee for every additional franchise you open. And so the cost that's associated with that and the headaches that associated with that. But Actives gives you these business centers for free, not just one, not just two, right? So you getting all these additional business centers when you reach the ranks, and you get, like Angie called it, double dipping. So you're putting in the same effort, getting franchises for free and making more money, doubling or tripling what you can get by doing the same efforts of duplication and helping your teams achieve success. So I applaud you, Claudia, and all those others that are utilizing this wonderful bonus, I guess, or opportunity that Actives is giving each and every one of you. So continue to rank advance and take advantage of these free franchises that's available for each and every one of you on this call and the many others that you're talking to. So it's just a great opportunity to maximize the income potential that our company has. And so with that being said, I'm going to transition um, that and some training that Ryan Thompson, our president of Actives, has prepared for this call. So I'll turn the time over to Ryan.
All right, great. Thank you, Stu. Congratulations to everybody who's rank advancing. That's very exciting. And thank you for the explanation. I wanted to add one quick thing to what Angie said. It's important for everybody to, I guess, understand this. Why did we come out with a new bonus, right? This isn't a promotion. This is a new bonus, right? And there are promotions that we will come out with sometimes. But what we launched on the 24th of July, and this activation bonus, duplication, and reorder bonus, it is not a promotion. It is a new bonus and part of the compensation plan. That's the first important piece of information that I want everyone to understand. Why are we adding money to the enrollment process, right? And why are we adding money so early on in the tenure of a new distributor? And this is I think it probably goes without saying for some, but for those of you who are maybe newer to this industry, I really want you to look at this from a macro perspective, which is kind of the perspective that we look at it at the company. We look at it in terms of life cycles, right? And retention and statistical metrics, right? We look at what grows the company. What grows the company is what grows your organization, by the way. An individual's organization is a microcosm of the overall company. You have an average rate of reorder in your business. You have an average retention rate in your business. You have an average rate of duplication in your business. And for me, over the years, one of the secrets to understanding how to grow a company or a distributor business is understanding the metrics. Which levers do you pull? Which levers do you push, right? And some of you might remember a few months ago, we shared with you some statistics that were very interesting. And I like to compare active statistics with the overall direct selling industry, industry averages. And we saw that the average distributor business, when you help someone get a check in their first month, there's a 78% likelihood, probability that person's going to stay active in the next month, right? 78%, almost 80% that they're going to buy product again, that they're going to stay active, continue to consume. And there's a 60% chance that they're going to also, 6 out of 10 of them are going to turn around and introduce actives to someone that they know, right? And that happens as a consequence of helping them earn a check in their first month. Conversely to that, if you enroll someone and you don't help them get a small taste of success or generate an income, a check in their first month, there is just over 30% chance, it's very low, it's about 30% chance that person will even reorder product, and a 6% chance that person will share with someone else and enroll someone in their second month. So there's kind of a universe of, it's a very, very big difference. And so we look at these two segments in our company. people who get a check in their first month and people who don't get a check in their first month. And the outcomes in terms of predicting success and predicting short-term and long-term success, it's very easy to track. And so we've modeled this and reverse engineered it such that we said to ourselves, boy, we need to make it really, really worth someone's while. We need to incentivize it much more, the earning of a check in their first month. So that's why we came out with the activation bonus. Not only do we want a new person to get a check in their first month, we want them to get an ROI. We want them to get a return on their investment. If they invest with a $200 pack, right, and they enroll 3 people, we in addition to the $40, the 20% that we pay per person, we kick in that additional $80. So just so you know, and then in the second month, we incentivize you working with a new person to help them duplicate, right? Not only do we pay you 10% on that person's reorder, right? But we're going to kick in an additional $10 when they reorder, right? As a reorder bonus, as well as a $10 on a duplication bonus when they share it with someone else. So I know that this is a new bonus. Not everybody has mastered it. Not everybody can necessarily, train on this, but I would encourage you to start incorporating it in your business presentation, because please take it from me. There is a critical window of opportunity in the first 30 days of every single distributor's life cycle, right? That is a determinant. It's a determining factor as to how well they're going to do over the years that come. So if you want to have successful, thriving, rank advancing distributors, focus on those first 30 days, right? Focus on implementing best practices. And it's not just creating a list of contacts and sitting down and contacting 10 to 15 people a day. It is that, but it's understanding that you have a short window of time to help that person have some success. So I just wanted to add that. That was a little bit more than a small add to everything that Angie talked about, right? These new bonuses are, they're scientifically designed to enhance and improve long-term, the long-term health metrics of your organization. I wanted to take another minute and talk about something. Lately, I've been, I always spend a lot of time on Zooms doing boot camps with different groups, different organizations, different teams in the company. There is in Spanish, there's sort of a mantra that a lot of people use, right? When they talk about training, they talk about, in fact, our newest A16, Martin Lida, kind of famously coined the phrase, dominar la presentación. And in Spanish, what that means is dominate. What he means is master the presentation. The first thing you do to make sure that you can be successful here is you must master the presentation, right? You can only rely on your enroller for so long before you yourself need to grab hold of that baton, stand on your own 2 feet, and actually be able to give the presentation. We know that that's people's number one fear is public speaking and presenting. So long story short, that is something that is taught a lot in our Spanish trainings. But what I want to share with you today is something that is not that. It is mastering the success guide. And I want to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen quickly with you. And I'm going to first find what I want to share, and then I'll share my screen with you. Here we go, and there we are. Okay, here we are. Let me share my screen now. Let's see if I can handle this. All right, share screen, and we're off to the races. Can you all see my screen? Active Success Guide. This Active Success Guide comes in every new, as Stu Carvalho put it, every new independent distribution franchise. Every person who enrolls, opens their own business in Actives, gets support tools. They get a virtual office, access to lots of videos, training videos, and sharing videos, reports. They also get access to an app, as you know, an app for your smartphone that contains many of the same training and sharing videos. And you also have access to this, the ACTIVZ guide. Now, some of you received this, the physical booklet, when you ordered your start kit. Some of you enrolled with a digital start kit and you didn't receive it, but you have access to this as a PDF in the virtual office. This is the success guide. If you go to Google, some of you have heard of Google before, and you type in Success Guide ACTIVZ, this will be the first thing that shows up that Google finds. And it's also true in Spanish. If you write Guía al Éxito or Guía del Éxito, ACTIVZ, it will show up in Spanish. And it's the first thing that Google finds. This is a public location that we've published this, and it makes it easy for you to find this. Why am I sharing this? This success guide is not rocket science. It may contain information on, that many of you are familiar with. It's how to start your business. It's really simple things. It's how to database. It's how to define your why. It's how to create a plan of action. There are 4 steps here, step 1, 2, 3, and 4. It includes a basic duplication model. What that is learning the fundamental building blocks of a network marketing business. How to invite, how to present, how to follow up, and how to enroll, and how to repeat that. There's a lot of tips in here that we've included on helping on how to help overcome objection, how to resolve concerns, how to more effective versus less effective ways of sharing with people. It is a very short piece of literature, but we've packed as much into it as we could that we thought would be meaningful. It is also the culmination. It's not something that we came up with 4 years ago before we launched ACTIVZ. It's the culmination of many years of working in this industry, and it's borrowing best practices from other leaders, other companies. It's basically a culmination of what I've done since 1995. And it doesn't contain everything. It's not perfect. There's a lot of stuff that could be added to it. But I am surprised, friends and family, at how few people have gone through this and can explain what's in the ACTIVZ, in the success guide. And so my encouragement and my invitation to everybody here today is, just as many people such as Martin Lida talk about the importance of mastering the presentation, my invitation to you is to master the success guide. And I would remind everybody on this Zoom, this is a corporate update Zoom, but I feel impressed to remind you that this is not if you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you as a hobby. If you treat this as a business, it will pay you as a business. To treat it like a business, it means you implement basic daily activities, right? It means that you train yourself. And that doesn't just mean watching YouTube videos or hiring, industry gurus to teach you how to be better at prospecting. All that stuff is important and it's good. But doing that without a fundamental understanding of how to run a business, it's all for naught, right? So the success guide is going to teach you and help you plan, right? It teaches you to plan a week in advance. What are you going to do each day of the week? Are you going to carve out a minimum of an hour a day, a minimum of 10 to 15 contacts a day, a minimum of a presentation a day? It talks about the law of averages and the law of numbers, right? The law of averages is understanding how to fill the funnel from inviting to following up and eventually resulting in enrollments. It talks about duplication. It talks about, as a leader, not doing anything that is not 100% duplicatable by everybody else. If you do that, it's not a principle that will duplicate, right? And so it talks about some basic principles of leadership, like being the example, right? Not saying what you want your team to do, but doing what you want your team to do. Taking all out massive action. So I wanted to encourage to remind you guys of the success guide and encourage and invite you all to carve out time sometime today or tonight to read it from cover to front to back. And it's very convenient. If you can't find your copy, Google Success Guide ACTIVZ and you're going to find it. You'll see it's posted by Lisandro Garcia, who works for our company, our marketing department. He posted it back in 2019. It's been here ever since. And if you have any thoughts or comments on it, please let us know what they are. This last page, weekly plan of action, some of you know me, and you know that I think that this is the most important page in the entire Success Guide. This is what made a world of difference for me in 2001 when I was a distributor of a company that sold long distance. And I was a little bit tired of not having success. In 1992, I signed up as a distributor in Amway and didn't have a great experience there. I learned a little bit. I learned what I didn't want to do. And then years later, I joined a company called, well, I don't need to name the names of the companies, but a second, then a third, and then a fourth company. And by 2001, I was kind of tired of not having the success that I thought that I should have. So this weekly plan of action made all the difference in the world, because I learned from a mentor at this company in 2001 that I need to make a daily commitment. And basically what that meant is not going to sleep at night until I had done at least one presentation. But this daily plan of action is where I carved out time each day, which hours of the day, which days of the week, which weeks of the month, would I do what? And I planned it in advance. And I planned that when I contacted somebody, I didn't just contact them, I created a campaign. And what a campaign is I planned 2 to 3 weeks later, I planned a video to send to that person. 2 to 3 weeks after that, I planned that I would send them a study. 2 to 3 weeks after that, I planned that I would send them something else. 2 to 3 weeks later, I would plan to something else. And I did that at least 5 to 7 times over the course of a few months, so that when they told me no and that they weren't interested, I already knew what was going to come next. I already had a campaign created for that person. So this weekly plan of action is just one page. I would encourage you guys to buy your own calendaring, your own book with a calendar, and that you do that in advance. But a lot of people, and this bubbles up to me all the time, but I hear from people that they're frustrated that they're stuck. They get stuck, right? And they're not growing. Maybe they grew the first month or the first 3 months that they were involved in the company, and then they get stuck. And they want to know how to get unstuck. Getting unstuck is not a function of the company coming out with a new product or a new promotion or adding a new bonus. Getting unstuck in our businesses is a function of having a predictable, reliable system that we follow that harnesses the power of the law of averages. Harnessing the power of the law of averages is simply that we put numbers on our side. Numbers are on our side. What that means is that if you're following that plan of action and you're saying, I'm contacting 10 to 15 people a day, right? And after 45 days, I've successfully enrolled 10 people. The law of averages tells me that about 2 out of those 10 people are going to do what I do. They're going to contact 10 to 15 people a day. The law of averages also tells me that those 2 people who are doing what I did will eventually enroll 10 people, 2 of whom will do what they did. Not all of them, but 1 to 2 people, right? 10 to 20%. The law of averages tells me that as that cycle repeats itself and replicates, now the numbers are now on my side. I'm harnessing the power of the law of averages. So getting unstuck is being faithful and committed to a duplication system. It's not being faithful and reliant upon anything else, right? Sometimes we look for external factors to get us unstuck, right? We say, boy, if I just had a video of this one famous scientist saying this one thing, that would get me unstuck. Or we say, boy, if the company would just come out with a different promotion to do this, that would get me unstuck. We have to look at what is the system that we're following, how consistent are we adhering to its principles, how predictable are we plugging into it, and is our team plugging into it? And I can tell you guys, since 1992, the secret to getting unstuck is is a function of being faithful and loyal and committed to a duplication system. So start with the success guide and let us know if you have any thoughts or comments. But Angie, that's kind of my training tidbit for the day. It's less training and more just an invitation to everybody to read it. So all that said, guys, let's have a great week. Thanks for plugging in today. Angie, I'll turn the time back, or Stu, I'll turn the time back to you.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Appreciate it. I didn't know you started network marketing when you were like 1 year old, being how young you are.
I was -8, Stu.
But I love it. Everyone, if you know Ryan, he's been there, done that kind of guy in this industry. And so his words are that of deep experience, a lot of experience that he saw people succeed, saw people failed, saw companies succeed, saw companies fail. So what he has to offer and to share is based upon years of experience. And he's a guy of law of averages and numbers. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like he said, you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's basically it. You have a plan, you have a duplication model. That success guide is something, as Ryan pointed out, that we just didn't put together, in one night. It was years and years of experience, research, and like Ryan said, it probably doesn't have all the answers, but it's definitely something that's going to get you to where you need to be, and then you can adapt from there and make it your own. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's called a success guide for a reason. You
Yeah.
follow
Hey,
that
Stu,
guide, you will be successful, and that is
Stu,
what we can say here at ACTIVZ.
Stu, I wanted to just add something to what you're saying real quick, because we're small and we're amongst friends here, but sometimes we share anecdotes and sayings from people, and we try and get motivated and things like that. And one saying that I have up on my wall that I like to share, but out of context, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It says people don't decide their futures. What to say? Yeah, people don't decide their future, they decide their habits, and their habits decide their future. That saying, I don't know who coined that. I think it's true. I think that our habits do decide our futures. But what we talked about with the success guide and following a system, it's all about habits. It's all about implementing habits, because if you're in the habit to adhering to the principles of the success guide, right? What you're going to do each day, each week, each month, and it becomes habitual, then the law of averages are on your side. You're going to be benefiting by that. If you don't have the habit of doing those things and you just kind of try and throw mud at the wall and see what sticks, if you have success, it's because you're very lucky, right? Most people, over 99% of people will not have success. But the way you increase the odds of having success is by forming those habits, right? And if we want to hit A16, right, which is a rank that is symbolic of freedom, then you need to just incorporate good habits. So that's really what the success guide is all about. Ultimately, it's just about, here's a system that will help you incorporate good habits. So I just wanted to add that, throw that in there, Stu.
Nicely said, Ryan. Couldn't say it any better.
Oh, you probably could. You probably
I could say my pidgin language, or Japanese, but no one would understand, right?
Which would be much more interesting than what I said.
Great. Thank you for sharing that, Ryan. Great words of advice. And I will turn the time over to Angie to spin our wheel of lucky names. Looked like we had a good number of participants today.
Yeah, we did. So we will do 2 names today, and we'll do 6 reward points for 2 different people, because we got up to, I think, like 46 people. So here we go. Let me share my screen, and we're going to spin our wheel.
All right, Vanna. Who's a lucky winner? I think I just dated myself by calling you Vanna.
You did date yourself. All right. Rosemary Flores is our first winner. Okay.
Congratulations.
We're gonna do one more spin. Here we go.
Natty,
right? And Natty Luna. So if you guys could put your ID
congratulations.
numbers in
Congrats.
the chat, then I will get your reward points added. But thank you all for joining our call today. Thank you, Ryan, for jumping on and going through the success guide and some other great business tips for everyone. But we appreciate you all joining, and we will see you next week. We have our Tuesday meeting, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And since it's the second Tuesday, this will be a newcomers call with David Brown. But everyone's welcome. It's not just for newcomers, it's for everyone to join. So, and it's great. At the end of the call, we usually stop the recording and open it up for questions. So if you want a chance to talk to David or to ask questions, it's a great call to jump on. So Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and we will see you guys then. And I'm going to stay on the line for Natty and also Rosemary to give me your ID numbers.
All right. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Stu. Thanks, everybody. Have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
everyone.
Great to
Thank
see
you, Ryan, for
Thank
you.
sharing. Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone, for logging on. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
There.
Bye-bye. Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you. Mahalo.
Mahalos.
And
Hey, brother.
Carla, I got your message, so I'll answer you.
Bye. Thank you so much.
I'll answer you directly. All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, may I ask a quick question?
Yeah,
The-
go ahead, Peter.
The